people in the valley. Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Jan.
And we are People in the Valley.
One thing that I noticed on vacation is that some people had Kindles at the beach. And here I am trying to read my book, and a Kindle holds a book electronically, and it's about that size, and you just read.
Kindle?
And
Spell Kindle.
Kindle.
I thought you said, when you first asked me that this morning, I thought you said Ken doll. And I thought, oh, everybody brings a Ken doll in Miami to the beach?
And Barbie. And say, hey Barbie, you want to go swimming? Sure, Ken. I'm a Barbie girl.
In Miami Beach. Okay, so they're reading.
We're actually at the Keys.
How big are these?
Beach one day. Oh yeah, so they're about that big right there. Yep.
See, I'm a big believer in. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like a book.
Turn the page.
I like the feel of
I do like to smell the book. How come I do that? I go.
I also realized that that I like card catalogs because when I was young, I loved to flip through.
You liked working in the library. You subbed for the library.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, I don't mind the computer stuff, but I think when you have a book, when you have these things to touch, it's different than just reading the words. There's a difference in, a magazine versus reading stuff on the internet.
Well, I kind of was liking their Kindle because the wind was blowing and my hands were a little greasy from the sunscreen, and I'm trying to hold my book down and the pages are blowing and I'm going like this, and the lady next to me is just going like this, and then her little thumb goes down and she turns the page with her little thumb. I'm thinking, that looks way easier than what I'm dealing with over here. So I just didn't read.
I love to read on vacation. Love it. I love to read mysteries on vacation. But we stayed in a place. It was a beautiful state park, and we stayed in this real remote area. And the first night, my daughter got a little freaked out because every detective story or every mystery you've ever seen, at some point they're in a woods.
Yeah.
And she was really afraid of being murdered. And after she finally fell asleep, then I'm all up all night thinking, well, it's possible.
Why'd she put that idea in your head? Looking over your shoulder. Okay, and then the other thing that came out when we were on vacation is the iPad, which was the coolest thing according to my kids.
It's an odd size though, isn't it?
But then you don't have the keyboard, the separate keyboard. You can just hit a button and a keyboard pops up if you want.
And then you go like this on it?
Onto the screen. Everything's just touching the screen.
Wow.
So get out the Windex. No, you can't use Windex on electronics. You know that.
No, I do.
Don't use it on your TV.
I do.
It drips down in there or something, and I guess TVs, my husband told me this because he's the dish man, Windex does kind of mess up your TV. So if you're going to wash off your TV screen, just use water or a damp cloth.
Or a duster.
Or a duster.
The ocean. I do love the ocean.
Oh, okay. The ocean is a very large body of water. And down in the Keys, you will see that the water has no waves. And there's rocks. I mean, there's rippling waves, but you can't play in the waves because you said you like to play in the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Miami and going on up, maybe even Fort Lauderdale, because I lived in Palm Beach and I think the water was all the same there too. The waves are flowy, fun, like you could float on top of them. If you're there, it's almost like a wave pool if you've been to the Dells or whatever, because you can be on top of them. So they're coming in on a regular basis, but you can float on top of them. And then you keep going up Carolina and up that's where you have the undertow. Yeah. They'll pull and bring you back in, and that's where it's really fun to ride.
Riding in the ocean. I love jumping over the waves. I love surfing. Who would know, but I'm a great surfer.
Really?
Okay, body surfer.
Okay, just on land. Okay, just in
Surfin' USA. You'll catch them surfing at Ventura County line. Santa Cruz and Trinidad.
had it too, where Hurricane Alex was coming in when we were there.
Yeah.
And they had the flag up, and we didn't know what that meant. So we were in there because it was really fun, because it was really pulling you, and I guess like dangerously pulling you.
Oops. And there was another flag up there that meant those little stingy things. What are they called?
Oh, Man of War?
No, the other things.
Blue bottles?
Stingrays. No, the little stingy things. But that my husband, that my son kept going, that looks
Stingray?
like plastic.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish, yes. And he was about to pick one up.
Oh.
And I go, I don't know if you should pick that up. And one guy told us, if you step on those, you will be hurting for a long time. So don't.
That happened when I was in Australia. These little, they call them blue bottles, but they looked like
That's what
Man
they
of
look.
War. The Australians were like, the best way to treat the sting of a Man of War is to not get stung by a Man of War, or a blue bottle. Not get stung by a blue bottle. So get out of the water.
You sound like it from my own. You gotta do put the shrimp on the bobby.
Put the shrimp on the bobby and get